Good morning. Hello from my new apartment. I have already fallen deeply, deeply in love with this place, and I cannot wait to make it my own. It still doesn't feel real, and I have to pinch myself sometimes. This is my home, and I live in the Pacific Northwest, something that I have dreamed about for a long, long time. Part of making this space my own is decorating. Colton and I moved with just what we had in the Prius, so we need a lot of household items, as you can probably tell by the space behind me. And I'm trying to buy as many of them as I can secondhand, so today we are going thrifting. I'm gonna make some coffee, get ready, and after we will go. And along the way, I will stop at several spots to show you how beautiful it is here. Not a bad drive to the thrift store, huh? I will never tire of these views. The only downside is it is hard to get anywhere when you're constantly pulling over on the side of the road. But you will never regret slowing down. I am so captivated by this place and forever grateful to call it home. I've never felt called anywhere the way I have here. I visited the Pacific Northwest for the first time in 2020, and from the moment I stepped foot here, my fate was sealed. I was nostalgic for a place I had never been. Moving here has only solidified those feelings for me. This is where I'm meant to be. Now, let's see if we can pick up some pieces to build my life. Many thrift stores later, this is what I have collected. I have been thrift shopping every single day for 10 days, and during that time, I have picked up a lot of treasures. I'm gonna try to put these into kind of categories. I think the first one would be kitchen. Starting with something kind of big, I have been looking for a pastry cake display. The vision is just to keep this on my counter anytime I have baked goods, be it muffins or cookies. I'm a sucker for croissants, so you will probably see a lot of those in here. I have a bunch of glassware, and I didn't bring every cup that I have, but I have found all of my drinkware. Very happy about that. I still only have 2 plates, so we're gonna need more of those, and they're just like white basic, just so we could have something to eat on, but I am on the search for some really beautiful plates next. I have 4 of these white ceramic mugs, 4 of these clear mugs. I have a coffee and a tea household, so these will get a lot of use. Aside from those mugs, I did also want to have 2 more statement cute mugs, and I am such a collector, so I'll probably get more individual mugs that I'm really drawn to. This one is an absolutely beautiful floral one, and this one is a pottery-esque looking mug. Aside from glassware, I love ceramics and pottery. A piece of pottery that I found is this, and this is CW 2006. I love finding amateur pieces, like if this was maybe like a kid at school making this for an art class, that kind of thing. I just find that really endearing. I love shopping secondhand for numerous reasons. It's great for the environment. You can find the most unique stuff. And I am also very sentimental. I'm gonna use this little bowl next to my sink so I can put my little scrubby in there and it can catch all of the dish soap. Another similar shaped container I got is this. This is obviously crystal, and I am actually going to use this for Sunday's food. She has a cat fountain that she drinks out of, but I want her to eat her meals out of something that makes her feel like a little princess, because she is. This is something that I picked up to hold my cooking utensils. Very basic, but I love it. These I did not get secondhand. I bought these on Amazon, but I did get this wooden spoon because I don't want all gold in here. And I'm gonna get a couple other wood pieces to put in here, and I think I'll probably buy a wood burner and wood burn something onto these, particularly for kitchen witchcraft, which I'm very excited about. Another container that you will find in my kitchen is this to hold my coffee grounds. I just love containers. I feel like so much of a home is organization, finding something to put something in or keep something somewhere. So you might as well make them cute. And you can pick up stuff like this for super cheap. I almost exclusively shop like the color deals. You know, if you go to a thrift store, it's like blue tags are 50% off, yellow is 75. And for this, you can get these so cheap. I think this is probably like $1. Couple other odds and ends in the kitchen. I got a pepper shaker, just one. They didn't have the other one. I would love to pick up one that kind of complements this one and just leave them by my stove. But I'm really trying to find wood of multiple color varieties so I can have that in my kitchen. I also love wicker. I bought this for my fruit bowl. The fruit was not included. Oh, my apple is looking a little rough. Better eat that later. I did also find this laundry basket behind me, another piece of wicker. I just think all natural materials are so beautiful, and especially as you get different tones of wicker or wood, it just makes a house feel really alive and intertwined with nature. I do have two other pieces of wicker. These guys are so cute. I nearly screamed when I saw them. They're flat on the back, so you can put these on the wall and hang something in them. I love green. I love jewel tones. You will see a lot of them. This is the first. Love her, and then a more natural color as well. These next kitchen items might be my favorite things that I have ever found. I didn't realize what these were at first. These are hot pads for your pans. What? Oh, they're upside down. Here we are. These are all illustrations of places in England. This is the Ye Olde Bell, and this is the Swan. Not only did I get those, I also got coasters from the same collection. And what is crazy is I got these and these on different days at different thrift stores. Thank you, gods. Thank you, gods. So here we are. These are black and white, and these are coasters. These are just some of the most beautiful things I have ever seen. I also found an oven mitt that is so cute. Love it, and she really matches. Some more wood. I bought... Does your brain ever just go blank? What is this? Rolling pin. Right? Yeah, rolling pin. It's pretty old, and it is kind of like chipping, so I don't think I'm gonna use this, but this will be a decoration. I actually think that I'm gonna collect these and put them in a bigger, version of this and put them above my cabinets because I have a lot of space up there. This is a very dark piece of wood, so it brings a lot of dimension into the space. I think that is it for kitchen. On to containers. This first one holds a very disturbing yet heartwarming story. At first glance, this looks like a what? Tea container, right? Like you see this and you're like, oh, someone had tea or coffee, something like that in here, right? You know, I opened it, didn't smell weird, there was nothing in it. I go to peel off the Goodwill sticker, and as I'm doing that, underneath, there's another sticker, and it says PET space C. Pet cremation. This is an urn of a dog, I believe, called Wyatt. I don't know how Wyatt's story ended. I hope that someone took his ashes out of this. There were no ashes in it when I got this, and I have since washed it and there was no ash residue. So I'm assuming Wyatt was in a bag inside of this. And I'm really hoping that whoever had Wyatt has that bag. I really hope that Wyatt was not in the bag, in this container when he was donated to Goodwill, and then the Goodwill people threw away the bag and then covered the sticker and put this for sale. I really hope that is not the case. But I am so happy that I have it, whether or not that's what happened or Wyatt is in his bag with his loved ones somewhere and I just have the container. Either way, if his spirit is even remotely tied to this, you are in safe hands, Wyatt. And I think he was saying something. He is in safe hands and he has gone to a very good home, and I will look after his spirit. Same kind of container, hopefully not an urn. This one didn't say urn, but you never know. This is just another tin, and it has this beautiful nautical scene. I really want to have ties to the ocean displayed in the house because we do live on the Oregon coast. I absolutely love white and blue like this, so I will probably put something in this and keep this on display somewhere. Next to that, I got this cute box. It's got some angels on it. And I believe it had greeting cards in it when I got it, but it's got two little compartments like that, same picture on the inside. So this can hold something flat, maybe like colors, art. That's what kind of I'm thinking. Like I said, I'm sentimental. This is a container that someone hand painted. If someone hand painted something, I'm so likely to buy it. I don't know who made you, but I can tell that love went into it and I want that energy in my home. I also got this little container. I love green glass like this. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Kind of reminds me of mermaid scales, kind of reminds me of a dragon egg. Nevertheless, it is mystical. Again, more of the energy I want to bring into my home. The last container I think that I got is this more crystal, and I'm actually going to use this for tarot decks and put the deck in this way, and then maybe whatever card I pull that day will be in the front here. This is one of the bigger containers that I found. The colors are gorgeous. They're at the country club, but unfortunately this one has a pretty gross rusted bottom. And I'm worried that if I set this down, it will bleed rust. So I bought Mod Podge, and I think I'm gonna paint it, and then hopefully that will seal it from any further damage or damage to my stuff. Though perhaps the best container, the holy grail of containers that I found this week is this. The crowd is going wild. This is a wood mail holder. You can mount it to the wall. I'm gonna just put this on my dining room table because it is when you walk into my apartment. This is up here with the coasters. and the hot pads. I will say the thrifting on the Oregon coast is so good, mainly because there's a lot of retired people out here, and I love old people things. Art. I know that you've been eyeing her this whole video. Do you think I can get in trouble for having this in the background of my entire video? That would be a hilarious way for my video to get taken down. Like containers, if I see a statue, I don't even really care what it is. It's coming home with me. I love her. Now, I don't know who or what this is. So if anyone does know the name of this sculpture, please let me know. She is so beautiful. There's nothing but a mysterious stain on the bottom. A classic when thrifting. Next piece of art is this bottle of liquid. Again, I think someone made this, and actually I would like to make things like this for myself. There are fake plants in here, but I have seen people use real foliage and preserve it. I don't know what they use, but that is something that I would like to do, especially with the local flora around here. Over here, we've got a couple more paintings. This one is a watering can with some tulips in it. Love a wood frame. But I also love a gold frame. There is no art in here yet, but the frame was just so pretty, so I had to pick this up. I am really looking for art, so if anyone has any favorite witchy artists, or if you are a witchy artist, please comment down below so I can buy some of your art. I also got this little one, and this is an illustration of somewhere in Europe. Don't know where. If anyone can place this for me, let me know. Next, we've got candles. Thrift stores are great places to buy candles. I've got this little white one and then this silver one. This is so pretty when you light it because all these little specks are actually holes within the paint, so it glows. Super fun. I want to do a combination of gold and silver in my house, so this was a really pretty silver piece. Then I've got some incense. I actually didn't thrift this, I just found this at a small business, but I wanted to share it anyway because this is myrtle wood incense, and the myrtle wood tree only grows in Southern Oregon and Northern California. I have already noticed that the myrtle wood tree is very popular and celebrated around here, and it smells fantastic. It's kind of like a pine crossed with sandalwood scent. And when I got here and found out about this tree, I thought it was just so cool that there was already a local flora kind of calling to me and felt present within the community. So this is one that I'm going to start working with, incorporating into my practice as a way to connect with the land. I'm going to consecrate my items, cleanse my items with this, and I was very excited about that. So if there's anything like that in your area, check it out. And the last two items that I got are books, one for me and one for Colton. The one I got for Colton is Star Wars Origami. He's a huge Star Wars fan, and recently we've been looking for things to do that don't involve technology, be it like a puzzle or a game, crafts, something that you can do with your hands. It is really cool. Like the instructions are in the front, like so. And then in the back, they've got all the paper, and some of them look super silly because they're like, you know, obviously meant to be folded. Let me see if I can find you one that's kind of funny. Okay, like Princess Leia, there's like 3 of her because you need to make it like, you know, 3D. This person's body does not look comfortable. And for me, I picked up Parker's Astrology. Anytime I see an astrology or witchcraft book at the thrift store that I don't have in my collection, I pretty much always get it just so I have it on hand. Now, unfortunately, this is not a book that I really love or would recommend. I have already read this book digitally, and unfortunately that is because this book teaches something called the alphabet method or the 12-letter system, I think they call it. And it is a technique that is just not based in traditional astrology at all. It basically conflates the meanings between the 12 zodiac signs and the 12 houses as kind of a cheat code of astrology in a way that doesn't serve you or make it easier. In fact, will make it harder because you're going to have to do unlearning if you really want to understand the fundamental system of astrology. So if you're just getting started and really want a good foundation to understand astrology, I would skip this, but it is very beautiful. There's a bunch of correspondences in here, which I do think are pretty good. Just wish it did a better job of building a foundation for learners. That, of course, brings me to the end of our haul. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Maybe it gave you some inspiration of things that you would like to find at the thrift. Hopefully it felt like you got to join me in this experience of thrifting along the Oregon coast. I am so in love with this area, and I can't wait to show you more and more of it, as well as more of my home as I settle in and make this space mine. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. To keep up with me between uploads, there's a link down below to all of my other platforms, as well as to join my Discord, buy my book, or book an astrology reading with me. And until next time, have a magical rest of your day. Blessed be, and goodbye, everyone.